Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a bunch of different news going over here where it looks like the PlayStation is actually somewhat scamming people in terms of like just people losing a bunch of money on the store. Mostly you guys will probably not be affected by it, but that was an interesting story to go cover. We have a brand new Astrobot limited edition controller on the way too, some crazy brand new bundles, and a lot of various things out here to go talk about. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy. Make sure you guys are subscribing, notifications on, leave a like, and I think on Twitch we'll be playing a little bit of Mario Kart finally tonight. So you guys are bored, go swing on the Twitch and say what up. It's been a little bit. I might even want to do some YouTube streams of it. It's been out for a little while, but I've been on this weird break and had a lot of random things going on. But as I keep on telling everyone, we'll be back in the fray of this hopefully soon. I'm thinking, I keep on always saying like 2 or 3 weeks or so, but ideally we're getting this all in motion, getting all this back stuff cleared up. So we're going to give you guys some better videos in the very near future. So hope you guys are excited for that. First and foremost, this is some kind of big news, I would say, when it comes to, well, I guess drama. Everyone always likes drama, and hopefully and thankfully, I think a lot of people here in like America won't be affected. But as you guys know, Hollow Knight Silksong has now officially come out. I made a video on it discussing it yesterday. My entire Twitch following list right now is just everyone playing the game, and I think a lot of people are just excited for it. It's been many years, it's very hyped up, good indie, and I do think it will change the indie sphere. But right now, actually people on the PlayStation Network are getting scammed. Like, I want to say scammed in like the actual sense, but scammed as in like they're getting ripped off. Saying a Hollow Knight Silksong on the PS5 price in one country is actually nearly twice as high as even the Switch or Steam versions. And I gotta go and say, even for the Switch, it's funny because say you're in South Africa, and some people even been using things like VPNs to go and say like, hey, I live in Bolivia. Hey, I live in like Budapest. Hey, I live in Venezuela or Paraguay or, you know, wherever these locations might be that might be cheaper. And right now it seems like for certain countries, you can actually get the game cheaper. And also various other games, like even AAA games, cheaper. And sometimes even people do that for big games such as like people saying they live in Australia or Japan to play and get early access for very sought after titles. You know, sometimes the game releases at like midnight local time, and if you're in America, then you're always perpetually like a day behind. And a lot of Twitch streamers do that throughout the years, or even YouTubers to, you know, get views, try to get up there, play the game early, whatever it might be. But here in some cases, it's actually getting cheaper. You know, for this game is barely $10, and this game is only a $20 game to begin with. Still have highly recommended it, great reviews so far. I've been seeing a lot of memes everywhere else. But here's the problem. Sometimes these PlayStation areas have actually been scamming folks, saying Silksong price is identical across multiple platforms, as it should be. But sadly, the Brazilians, which is hopefully not all of you guys, PS5 gamers must pay significant more than on the Steam or Nintendo eShop, and the PlayStation Store rejects regional pricing, which poses economic challenges for buyers. So like I said, over here in certain places in South Africa, you know, look at this, $10. It's chill, regional pricing. And this also was a big issue with a lot of things on Steam. Say you live in Russia, Ukraine, Turkey, or any other various region, people would be mass buying certain games, either by gifting them. So like say instead of a game costing 40 bucks, it costs maybe 15 in their local currency of like the Turkish dollars or whatever it may be. And then people are able to go and gift those out to other people. And then like websites like G2A and other various key selling websites sometimes did that. Or as well, they even just maybe had Steam accounts with games being bought and you'd like rent it or buy it, think like GameFly, but instead on Steam. And this is where people are getting upset because people are getting screwed over. So basically, since they're rejecting these prices, they learn that as of in like Brazil and all the PlayStation fans in like they're just screwed, like they got screwed over. So basically, the actual cost for itself is saying that it costs around 115, whatever the R is. Well, it's only R60 on Steam. So basically, it's like about double the price over there on PlayStation rather than what it would be on the Nintendo eShop. So the regional pricing is screwing people over. And this is more of a drama or interesting conversation because this happened a lot with even the PlayStation Network and PSN stuff for Steam, Helldivers, where if you're in a certain region, PlayStation just didn't service you. So as of right now, there's actually many countries that are like, bro, like we literally either can't afford these games, you're completely overpricing us, or I have to pay like a mortgage rate just to go play an indie game. It's nuts. So Silksong PS5 price is converted in the US dollars is around $21. So that's cool. Like I can afford that, no problem. But a Brazilian citizen earns on average $615 per month, which makes gaming an expensive pastime, especially because for these countries, like that's not a lot of money. You got to pay rent, you got to pay insurances, food, take care of your family, you're going out for a movie, whatever. And now this is all just like bonus spending. Like gaming is just bonus, fun stuff, don't get me wrong. But like, yeah, this sucks. There's a lot of money. So many companies like Steam, Microsoft, Nintendo employ regional pricing, as we even saw with the Switch example, and this is why things are rough. because in other various games, such as like, this would only be like $11 or so, to show you guys, like it's way cheaper. It's like a nice vibe, but people are mad. So they're getting a lot of people in various regions or like places out here that are pissed. So the high pricing in the PlayStation Store is not unique to Brazil. Gamers in Turkey are asked to pay 3,500 Turkish liras, around roughly, or around 800, or was it 800? $84 for Ghost of Tsushima. Like in Brazil, this investment represents a significant portion of the gamer's monthly salary. Let's go and say you make $500 and you have to go and spend $100 just to buy a game. Like that's 1/5 of your paycheck. That's a lot of money. With discrepancies between the PlayStation Store and other marketplaces, the company has dealt with multiple lawsuits. The latest case in the Netherlands alleged that Sony engaged in these monopoly practices, calling these countries out, being like, hey, like if you want to get these games, well, guess what? You got to go and buy it through PlayStation. Bucko, good luck. A Dutch consumer advocacy group argues that consumers and developers only have one place to purchase or sell these PS5 games. It is also one of the bigger markets. So if it's like, hey, you have 80 million PS5s and maybe like, a few million, maybe say Switches for these other countries, maybe even less, thousands, hundreds of thousands, then you have nowhere else to go and like kind of, okay, that was bad numbers, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like just the ratios are way more skewed towards PlayStation being a monopoly. But yeah, people are rough on this. Even on this year, Sony settled the U.S. lawsuit that stemmed from its decision to block retailers from selling PS Store game codes. Basically being like, hey, you are stuck with us no matter what, make it go and happen. So people are going to still buy the game most likely, but at the same time, this has just been them screwing people over. So I feel bad for those regions, especially for the Helldiver situation, Steam situation, or now even this, had to spend so much extra money. Now also Astrobot, there's a brand new Astrobot controller, and we just had the Ghost of Yotai drop as well. Saying Sony is re-releasing the Astrobot PS5 controller with an actual subtle change over here too. So a little shout to the shortcut too. Saying the Astrobot PS5 controller pre-orders start on September 12th, so in a few days over here, with the release date in a few weeks out here. But they do actually have a nice little subtle change with their eyes slowly closed as well. So it's like a little cute smile on top of that. And of course, the touchpad doesn't include the screen too, so there's no brand new expressions that are being showed. On top of that, also be $85, which I think a lot of people like this controller. They thought it looked really cool. I think the aesthetic looks very PlayStation-esque, and I like it. Matches the character and such. Like, I'm cool with that. So all around nifty news, in case you guys do like the limited editions. We have seen a very large amount of scalpers and people trying to pick up all these limited edition consoles. They have not been a vibe. It's not been good, and people have been pretty rough on this too as well. So just in case you guys are curious on it, it does look cool. It is slightly different too as well, and it does just have a, I don't know, like I like these things. I don't usually buy as many as I would like, but still, nonetheless, brand new things. I think that's a dub. I think that's a win. Let me know if you guys are going to pick it up, or if you guys played Hollow Knight. Now, as well, there also is a brand new NBA 2K bundle, but some people aren't really too happy with it. Like, we're seeing these bundles out here, and it's $550, but like, we also just had the price increase pop up too as well, so people aren't really vibing it. Like, people have not liked having to spend more money on consoles. Most of us have our consoles already, so life could be worse, but this is still a little bit of a not the biggest fan. So now that we're seeing these new bundles pop up, or these Ghost of Yotai bundles, limited edition console covers, whatever it might be, it's just not as fun. Like, people don't like it. I don't like it myself. I'd rather personally go and, well, pay less money. Like, I think most people would probably agree on that one. So it does stink. It is rough. You are at least getting the game, and they do have bundles, but they can get the software way cheaper, have a brand deal going on too with NBA 2K, or the other things like Call of Duty, their own games, Astrobot, whatever. So people are still like, a little rough. So it is a good value at least. Like, you get the controller, you get the, the game itself. It is nice. You're getting the bump up too. But, it's still a price increase, and people aren't not too happy, and it just stinks, it just stinks. I got all. I'd also maybe get like the random limited edition thing, spend a lot of extra money, make it a little cooler. You get the custom controller cover. Like, if I had to pick between $600 with this and maybe get the game too as well, or the NBA 2K, unless I was really into 2K, I'd probably go with the Ghost of Yotai, which I'm very excited for. I'm excited for Borderlands 4, Ghost of Yotai, a lot of cool games coming out, and hopefully you guys are too as well. Or hopefully you guys have been enjoying Hollow Knight and Silksong too. So as I said, if you guys are brand new, subscribe. If you guys are not, no worries. We are going to be live up on Twitch, so please go and swing on by and follow if you guys have not done so already. Playing some games and hanging out in the next few hours or so. I've been missing getting into content, and hopefully everything physically, mentally, and all that stuff will be sorted very soon. So I appreciate all of your patiences. We'll have a nice update on that probably soon as well. well. And I love you guys all very, very much for everything.